Well, hello everyone, good morning, and thanks for joining in today's webinar, Digital Ecosystem. My name is Leandro Gentile, and I will be your host and moderator, together with Carolina Ricarte. Currently, we are living in a state of constant change, and one of them is the way we connect. Is the way we connect with people, with friends, with colleagues, and with customers. The digital world is more present than ever, and suddenly we need it to also continue and expand our business. For this reason, we're bringing this webinar to provide tips on how to better use the digital ecosystem in your business. Before we begin, I would like to provide some housekeeping details. First of all lines have been muted. The idea is to avoid any background noises. The chat session is already active, so you can bring all your questions and comments over the chat, and we will be monitoring constantly together with Carolina, and we'll transmit those questions to Gustavo. The session is already being recorded, and we are gonna share it with you all in our follow-up email. And finally, you will be prompted to our customer satisfaction survey, so you can give us your comments about the webinar. Let me introduce today's panelist. We have Carolina Ricarte. She is the supervisor from Sales and Campaign. Paola Viaturi, she's the regional director from Sales, and myself, Leandro Gentile, campaign specialist. And let me introduce you to Gustavo, our guest speaker. Gustavo Barbero Cerato, he's from Argentina. He's our principal sales and account director. He has an economic science degree with a specialization in tourism. He's been a sales and an account manager for Latin America and the Caribbean since 2011. And he's a soccer fan and loves traveling and spending time with family and friends. Hopefully, you will be able to travel soon again, Gustavo.
I wish.
So now, with no further ado, let me give you the control.
Okay.
So you can start your presentation. And there you go.
Let me could you please confirm?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, just 1 second. I will stop video so that we can go maybe faster.
Yeah, sometimes the connection is lower with the video.
Okay. So, can we see the full screen?
Yep, we can.
Okay, thank you, Leon.
So,
welcome all. As Leandro said during this introduction, my name is Gustavo Barbero Cerato, and I work for Saber in Buenos Aires office since 2011. As you may know, Spanish is my native language, and I will do my best to guide you through this presentation in English. So my apologies in advance for my pronunciation, and now let's keep starting. As Leandro said, our intention with this webinar today is to update you about the digital ecosystem and the best practices that can help you and your agencies succeed in an environment that internet seems to be crucial for facing the post-pandemic scenario in the travel industry. So, after this presentation, let's go to our first slide. And what we can see in this first slide is main difference between traditional marketing and digital marketing. In traditional marketing, what we can see is that companies are communicating the same message to every customer. So we have one message and we have one audience. On the other hand, we have the digital marketing, that will give us the possibility to customize the message to every single user. So we can see that example when we have advertisement on TV. We are interested in some of them and we are not interested in other. In digital marketing, the idea is to send customized messages to every customer we want to reach. I would say this would be the dream for a marketing department 10 years ago. Having the chance of sending a specific message to a specific users is a dream. Years and years working on segmentation, and now we have it available and reachable. This is why digital marketing means so much and means and is so important nowadays. We will go to the next slide and let's define the meaning of digital ecosystem. What is a digital ecosystem? It's a group of digital tactics with the purpose of driving business performance. If we want to build a well-designed digital ecosystem, we should achieve 5 specific goals. The first goal is the growth of our brand and the services this brand provides. The second goal is to drive qualified traffic to our websites, and this means attracting those customers interested in buying the products or the services we sell in our travel agencies. For example, if we are a travel agency that is specialized in the destination of Europe, we should focus our digital ecosystem customers interested in traveling to Europe. The third goal might be convert visits in my web page or in my social media into lead. What is the difference between a lead and a visit? Can anyone in the chat guess which might be the difference between a lead and a visit? Do you recognize the difference between lead and visit? I don't see any comments in the chat.
No, no comments. Maybe.
Okay.
No.
There are still some kind of
Yeah,
shy. No
they are
problem.
still
No
thinking.
problem. No problem. I will answer that question. Yeah. A visit is someone that visits our webpage or our social media profile, but a lead is the same person that is interested in contacting us to acquire a product or a service we are offering. That's the difference between a visit and a lead. Obviously, the ideal digital ecosystem will have visit converted into leads. Let's go to our fourth goal. When that lead is tracked in our database, we can say we have a qualified lead. So we know that person is interested in our product, in our service, and now we have it in our database. Let's talk about our back office. I don't know if any of you are using the Saver profiles, and we can have information about that customer in our database. That would be our fourth goal with digital ecosystem. And last but not least, sales generation is obviously main purpose of any marketing activity. All that efforts we are doing in marketing, online or offline, will be to sell the product or the services we have. It's very important, the last paragraph we have here. We all know that OTA means online travel agencies invest millions in offline as well as online marketing. Idea with this presentation is to guide you through alternatives for helping you grow in the online business with no need to invest big amounts of money. We know you don't have the same possibilities. For example, big online agencies can have, let's suppose, Expedia, Despegar, or any other online travel agency. But with this presentation, our idea is to show you how you can have a healthy digital ecosystem without making huge investments. Because you can use, for example, a product you have in stock and you can offer it to an influencer, to a YouTuber, and this person can mention us, can mention our websites. So that is not an expensive investment you need to do to promote your agency online. So, with this definition done, and with this introduction done, we can go to the next slide, and here what we can see is the principal channels we have in the digital ecosystem. The answer to the first question you may have is that it's not necessary, or this is not mandatory for you to have presence in all the channels you are viewing in this slide. Where you will focus, or which is our suggestion, where to focus your efforts in terms of digital ecosystem. You should work in the ones you adapt because of your know-how in any of these specific channels, or maybe your target audience has presence in any of these specific channels. For example, if you are focused on senior people, probably TikTok will not be the best channel to invest. I would probably invest in Facebook because we know that seniors use Facebook. Also would work on email marketing, or would probably use WhatsApp. Now we will talk about a little bit about all the components that we have in the digital ecosystem, and then in the following slides we will do a deeper analysis of the most important social medias for travel agencies in our region. That means Latin America, and in travel, that is our industry. So the principal challenge we have in digital ecosystems is, first of all, we have here the website, we have LinkedIn, we have Facebook, we have TikTok, we have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Google Ads, we have email marketing, we have WhatsApp, and we have Instagram. We will work deeper on this in the following slide, so don't worry if you have any doubts or any questions regarding these social medias or these components of the digital ecosystem, but feel free to chat if you have any question, any comment, or any thoughts, right? Let's move to talk about the best practices, and our first research result we can share with you when we talk about web practices is that 75% of website access come from mobile devices, and a similar trend occurs with social media and emails. What does it mean for us? When developing a website or preparing an email campaign, the prototyping must prioritize the mobile environment over the desktop one. What does this mean? We must design a mobile-friendly website and a mobile-friendly email and a mobile-friendly social media. So, some tips we have regarding this first term we are talking about, that is mobile first. First of all, we should forget about website using Flash. Flash is impossible to visit through a mobile phone, and the look and feel using a laptop is not nice as well. Have you ever visited a Flash web page through your mobile phone recently? Please try it. I can share with you some sites that are still using Flash, and you will see there's no possibility to navigate, and you will probably lose contact with that customer if you have your website powered by Flash. Second recommendation: the web design and the vertical resolution is the best option. The vertical resolutions refers that in the beginning of the internet, all the information was shown horizontally, right? And now that 75% of the visits are from mobile phones, we are having this vertically. The ideal should be having the page with no advertisement and no pop-ups. That's what people look for when they visit a web page. And last but not least, remember that user will not scroll no more than 4 or 5 times. You know the meaning of scrolling using the the finger in the mobile phone, or scrolling with the mouse. See, okay? So no more than 4 or 5 times. Your message and all the information you consider the most important must be in the top of the website. You should remember that the average time of permanence of a person in a website is 40 seconds. So you have 40 seconds to conquer your customer and keep him visiting your website. 40 seconds. It is very important what you have in that first page and in that first scrolls, so that this person remains in your web page more than 40 seconds, right? In order to finish the idea of the best web practices, idea is to share with you what we consider the 5 keys to success in the web design. First of all, I would consider the user experience. This means that the best experience, that the person that visits our website has the best experience, no matter which device they are using. And I will share with you this information that 75% of users, as said before, are visiting us through the mobile phone. We have 20% that is using laptop or desktop notebooks, and only 5% are using tablets. So the user experience should be the best wherever this customer reaches us from. no matter is the the notebook, the mobile, or the tablet. The second key is adaptability. And our websites should work properly in every internet browser. So we should see and we should consider that our website can be reached and can be seen from Safari, from Internet Explorer, from Google Chrome, from Mozilla, or from any other internet browser that can appear in the future, right? Third key to success is content. And as talked before, the content really has to be optimized, avoiding excessive scrolling. So what we want to say here is that what we want to share with the customer has to be in the top of your web page. If you don't show what you want to show in the top of your web page with no more than 4 or 5 slides, that customer will probably leave your website. And we consider that if the customer maintains less than 5 seconds in our website, that is a rebound. So that is not success for us because customer entered and he didn't find what he was looking for. So he left our page. He stayed less than 5 minutes. Fourth key to success. Let's talk about the SEO, the search engine optimization. Idea with the SEO is to achieve a good web ranking. Here, what we are talking about is that working on optimizing our URL, our meta keywords, and our meta descriptions to link buildings, among other actions. So, in addition to what I said before, I would say that SEO are all the actions that we are doing to appear in Google with high visibility with no need to pay for ads. So having a good SEO is key for the search in Google customers should do when looking for a specific trip, right? And last but not least, let's talk about integrations. This means that our websites can be easily integrated to other sources. For example, it can be easily integrated to a back office, can be easily integrated to Facebook, to WhatsApp, or to an online booking engine. For example, Sabre has their own booking engine, and you can ask to your customer representative to offer different alternatives for booking engines through third-party developers we have, and you can have your online booking tool in your website. Now, we will talk about social media. And here, what we see is a ranking of social media networks, but it is important to mention that it's based on the effectiveness of tractability as well as conversions, and it is related to our region, to Latin America. See, so what we say when we talk about tractability is all the interactions and publications we do. And when we talk about conversion, we are talking about leading generation and web sales. So here we have the ranking, the top 3, and we have Facebook as the most important social media. Second, we have Instagram. And third, we have Twitter. We should also mention that YouTube is a very important channel here, but maybe it does not appear in this top 3 ranking because of the trackability and the conversion they do. But it is important to say that, of course, YouTube is key for us to share with you and to share with your customers very important information. We will talk about YouTube in the following slide. Here you can see different alternatives. We will keep in this slide a few minutes, because in my opinion, YouTube is very important channel for travel agencies, considering that it can offer different alternatives to participate, different options to participate. You can see in the slide that there are 3 types of offers that YouTube gives us if we want to pay for advertisements, right? So we can pay and we can have the alternative TrueView in stream. This is what we see in red, and this appears during a video we are reproducing. I am convinced that you really know it, because this is the typical advertisement we are skipping because we want to see a video or we want to listen to music and we want to avoid advertisements. So this is probably the one you know the most. Bear in mind that you can pay YouTube to stay there and to show your content and to show what you offer in a true view. The second alternative you have here is the discovery option, and it is in the right side of the YouTube screen. Typically, you will see it static information. Maybe it can be a video, but it won't have sound. And the third option is the overlap. That is the advertisement that appears in the bottom of the video you are reproducing, and it is also one opportunity to advertise in YouTube. Last but not least, I would like to mention that you have other ways to participate in YouTube. Paying advertisement is not the only option you have as travel agencies to participate in YouTube, because you can create your YouTube profile. I will say just one thing to keep in mind for video. You don't need high quality video, you don't need the best resolution, you don't need the best sound, and I have no doubt you are full of valuable content you have compiled during different trips you have made since you have started your business, or maybe before, yeah? So you probably have great videos from great places. So bear in mind, you have the chance to create a channel on YouTube and you can start uploading those videos. And I have no doubt that will be very important for the person that have access to YouTube, and you will probably succeed with those videos. So my recommendation or my question is, why not creating a YouTube channel? That would be my question, and I would really recommend you to think about that. Also, there's a third possibility in YouTube. We talk about the ad, we talk about creating a channel, and I have a third option, that is partner with a travel blogger. I've been Googling and I found over 1 million search results when I looked for travel bloggers. So you can provide a YouTuber, you can provide an influencer, a few nights in a hotel, and they can recommend you as travel agencies. They can put your website in their videos. So partnership, with travel bloggers can be the third option in YouTube. Let's keep going. And now what we are looking is the different ways you have to when you say when you are segmentating, uh, when you are paying ads. You don't pay ads, and those advertisements will appear for everyone. You can do a specific segmentation, and these are the 10 most important alternatives for segmentation in social media. The first possibility is database. In this case, we are talking about ads that are based on a specific database you currently have. So you give the social media a specific database, and they do advertisement on that specific group of people. The second possibility is the lookalike. In this case, advertisement will be focused on users with similar profiles our followers have. For example, let's suppose your travel agency has an Instagram account and you have, I don't know, 400 followers. So you can ask Instagram to obviously pay an advertisement, and you can ask Instagram to show your content in people with similar profiles that your followers. The third possibility is geographical. This is much easier because you can say, okay, let's work on advertisement on this specific area, this specific city, this region, or this country. Easy also to talk about an age range. You can ask a specific social media, for example, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, to do advertisement on users, with a specific age range. Also, we can do it based on gender. That's the fifth option. And you can focus your advertisement in men, in women, depending on the type of product you want to advertise. You also can pay for ads in a specific language. That would be the sixth option. We have also connection as a possibility. This would mean focusing on the type of connection the user have. For example, we can work with users connecting through a public Wi-Fi, a personal Wi-Fi, a specific mobile provider. That's another possibility that social media gives us in terms of segmentation. 8, we have the segmentation based on devices. For example, let's work on users of Android or users of iPhone. I would recommend you to work on this regarding your travel agency. Probably this might be the best option if you are a developer of an application for a specific type of phone, but not for a travel agency. I wouldn't recommend you to work on this type of segmentation. Number 9, we have the different platforms, and you can focus on customers using, for example, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer, Safari. Again, I think it's not a good option. Probably I would recommend to work on the types of segmentation mentioned before. Number 10, sorry, is affinities. And in this idea, you will focus your advertisement in the connections your followers have. So let's suppose you have a Facebook profile, and I will work with the friends of my friends. Okay, so you will probably see advertisement that has no reason for what you are looking for. This is probably because there is a company that is paying for the affinities, and because your friends are, I don't know, architects and follow architect studios, and you see in your social media and in your feed permanently offers of architecture studios, houses, and other type of advertisement. So this is all about segmentation. Now let's talk about Google Ads. Basically, what we should know is that Google Ads are not only available for Google, but it can appear not only in a Google search, as we can see in this first phone. There's a person that is looking for leather jackets, and the advertisement appeared for leather jackets, and it appeared with the price and with the company that is selling that jacket. Also, we have the display network, and I am convinced that you will feel identified with the display network, because you look for something in Google, and after that you read a newspaper, you go to another website, and the same ad keeps and keeps and keeps appearing. This is why something is paying Google Ads through a display network. As mentioned before, you can also pay for advertisement in YouTube, and you can also see advertisement while checking your email when you visit your Gmail. So this is a kind of resume of the alternatives you have for Google Ads. Let's go on. And now let's talk about marketing through WhatsApp. Really, I would not imagine a travel agency or a customer with no access to WhatsApp. It's really a very powerful application that keeps us updated with our friends, with our customers, with our family. So WhatsApp is a very powerful application. And today we have WhatsApp Business as an option, where broadcast messages and the web widgets integrations are key to help our business succeed. Here are the options we talked about when we have the WhatsApp marketing. And I would like to ask for the audience, let's see if someone in the chat can answer this question. Which was the first company to acquire WhatsApp Business? Do you know? Any answer? I am looking at the chat. Again, which was the first company acquiring WhatsApp Business? Leon, Caro?
No,
Anyone ask?
no answers on the chat, and actually I'm trying to think, but not sure about the answer neither.
Okay, let's start with a hint. I will say it is an airline. And
I
I
am totally
was,
lost.
their planes are blue.
Well, Shiva is saying Facebook, but I think that Facebook is the last one, right?
Probably. But it is from travel. It is an airline. Their planes are blue. It is from Netherlands. So the first WhatsApp business customer was the airline KLM.
KLM, yeah,
Exactly.
everyone is answering KLM exactly. Yeah.
Congrats to all. Too much hints, I think, but congrats to all. So I would say that using WhatsApp business can be a very good option for you as travel agencies, because if you use WhatsApp business, you will be able to have a business profile in WhatsApp. So you will be able to share information about your company, about your business address, about your email address, about your website, and very important, your trading hours, right? For example, if my trading hours is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., I can share that information in my WhatsApp business. Another important thing, you can label and you can filter your customers, and you can make communications easier for them. For example, in the case of KLM, the way they labeled and they filtered their customer was through the date and the number of flight. So they send a specific information for passengers that left the telephone number and the WhatsApp number through filter information. Also, you can do a configuration of a chatbot. You know what chatbot is? What chatbot is? It's a way of interacting and filtering with customers of our agencies. It's a robot, right? It's a robot that starts talking with the customer, and after several contacts and feeding information, gives information to our customers and shares that information with us. So I can start contact with my customer through a chatbot, and then start contacting with them after the information the chatbot gave me during the questions and the answers the bot started doing. And you can also measure that interaction, you are doing with your customer. So you can, for example, measure how many customers did contact you through WhatsApp, where were they from, what were they interested in, and all that type of information. So that's why WhatsApp looks so important for me as an example of a success story for a travel agency, right? Let's keep going. We are on track, I think, with time. And let's talk about email marketing. Email marketing probably is the most important channel an agency have when it comes to sales generator, right? I also have no doubt you, as travel agencies, are experts in email marketings, because you've been working on email campaigns for years and years, and you probably are much more experts than me on email marketing, definitely. So, my idea, I will focus on giving you a few tips to succeed in your email marketing campaigns. So, again, let's work together and let's chat. Which you consider is the ideal way to interact with customer sending a weekly email. Let's suppose I send a weekly email to my customers. So, which do you consider is the best day for you to interact and to send an email to your customer? No responses. Okay.
Anna Bradley says Monday, maybe.
Monday is the day I would never recommend you to send email to your customers. But thanks for participating.
She
Friday
got maybe Friday,
is the other option. I would not recommend you to send email to customer.
and
I
one the other
say
one, Anna Wednesday, and Ellen Tuesday. Practically, she says Tuesday as well.
okay. So let's go with the idea. The idea for email marketing, sorry, is to send one weekly email. If not, customer will consider us a mail bomber or a spammer and will not see what we are sharing with him. So, one weekly email, exceptions if you have a specific promotion. For example, you have a promotion until today, Moon, that is a trip to Istanbul. So that mail can be sent whenever you want. And I see, okay, Carolina, you know a lot, definitely. Yeah, because the recommendation when you send email to customers, when you are doing that weekly email, is to send Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. And why? Because customer on Monday is focusing on the working week. And on Friday, customer is focusing on the weekend. So, my idea is to work in the middle of the week to send our weekly email. And thanks, Carolina, for the input. Ideal to send always. I would say before midday. Yeah, and if I have to rank what experts propose, I would say ranking one, send that email 11 a.m. because customer just organized the day at work and maybe is ready and have time enough to read personal emails, right? The other possibility or the second possibility is probably 3 p.m. That that is because after lunch customer is open to read emails. Customer just had lunch and has just organized the work afternoon. So it can read personal emails, and it can think about the proposals we are doing through our weekly email. And the third possibility can be 7 p.m. because customer is on the way back home reading through the cell phone, or is at home and now can focus on things that are not related to work, if you are not obviously a corporate travel agency, and is ready to plan other things like vacations, so it's open to see our emails. So again, 11 a.m., 3 p.m., or 7 p.m. is the ideal time I would recommend you to use for sending your weekly emails to your customers. Another thing that is really important is the subject of the email. You know, subject of the email is key. The subject of the email will do customer uh, ready to open my email or to delete without even opening it. So, have you seen how creative are companies being in the email titles? I can't believe it. I open my personal inbox and I see my inbox full of emojis. Now, companies are using emojis to uh, to keep our attention and to say, let's see what are they offering. What is this? We are looking a subject of email using emojis, so you can do it. This is important to make customer interested in what we are sending. So the title is really key, and the email also has to be integrated if you have in a web newsletter. And again, remember the rule we did when we started this presentation, that mobile is first. Remember that 75% of the visits our customers to our website or to our social media profile is through their telephone, their mobile phone, right? We started our last slides, so um, wait for it. Can you see the analytics slide?
Yep,
Because
we
yeah,
can see it.
right? Okay, because I have some problems here. So analytics. What we want to show with you here, it's not that important. You can see there all the possibilities we have to see from our customers, from our websites, from our users, only having a Gmail account or a social media account, right? You don't need to be a heavy user of internet. You don't need lots of knowledge about the social media and the internet. Only having a social media or a Gmail account, you will be able to see all this information that is, in my opinion, very important to make your digital ecosystem healthy, right? You see this and you say this guy is totally crazy, no? This is some kind of joke, but it's not a joke. We are finishing our presentation, and when we were working on this presentation, we found with Leandro and with Carolina a way funny, to encourage you to start working on your digital ecosystem. As you can imagine, the transformation leader in successful companies have always been CEO, the CTO, the CFO, the group of owners, whatever. Now, I really have no doubt we have a new player that needs to be seen by us as a driver to change and adapt to our new normal. That is the COVID-19. We have the opportunity, we have to see in COVID-19 the opportunity to change. We have the opportunity to grow, we have the opportunity to adapt. So we see here digital ecosystem as a key for you to succeed in this industry that I have no doubt that will be recovered, will be probably slower than what we want maybe or what we need, but will recover, right? So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for your patience. Sorry for my awful English. I really did my best to to share with you this presentation. So now it's time for questions. Leanne, please let me know if we have any questions in the chat, or if feel free to open the microphone if you want to do any questions. We have still a few minutes.
Sure. Thank you very much, Gustavo, for the presentation. I think it is very clarifying about the way the digital ecosystem is growing in the industry. I do not see any questions right now. Let me see if they are writing. Sunita is saying, thank you for having me. I do appreciate the time and effort. Okay, go ahead, Sunita, leave the session. Thank you for joining us today. And Georgia is also thanking for the presentation, but no questions so far in the chat. Gustavo, if I may, I would like to share with everyone the link for the survey. So
Don't be
you can
rude, please.
you can complete the survey about this webinar. Um, Allow me just a moment because I lost it.
Are you there, Leanne?
Yes, I'm here, and this is the survey you can access. Anyways, if you close WebEx, you will be prompted to that survey as well. So once again, I would like to thank you all for your participation. We are gonna share this webinar recording with you all in our thank you note. And well, I believe if there's no questions, we are able to end the session. Thank you very much, Gustavo, for your time. Thank you, Carolina, and thank you, Paola, for being on as a panelist. And well,
Thank you for the chance. It was a great experience to do my first webinar, probably in English. Always speaking with the South Cone customers in Spanish. So thank you, Leanne. Thanks the team. I haven't seen before. Sergio was also participating. Maybe many of you know him from the North region. So thank you all. Have a good day, and we hope to have a quick recovery for the travel industry.
I'm positive on that, Gustavo. Thank you very much. Thank you all for participating. And well, we will meet again in our next webinar. So stay tuned for news. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you, everyone.